So basically, okay, alright, this is the big thing when you're going to their base. Poke Bunny hitting up that follow, appreciate that, man. Alright, so this is the big thing when you scout initially when you're playing PvT. And this is something to remember when you're playing PvT, ladies and gentlemen. You are scouting on 15 or 17, which is after your gateway or after your gas on every 2-player map. Because if you scout on 19 after your Nexus, your probe will get there at 2 minutes, Reaper pops out at 2 minutes. So what happens is your probe will die, right? That's what happens. Reaper plus a probe's gonna die. So you scout on 15 or 17 so you can get in here and scout. So when I come in here, I'm like, hey dude, what's up? Are we hanging out tonight? And he's like, oh yeah, we're hanging out. So we'll just look at what I did this game, right? I come in, and these are things you're looking for. You're looking at his gas count. Barracks timing doesn't really matter as much. You're mostly looking at gas count. Does he have 2 gases? Does he have 1 gas? And how much has he mined? So I get in here, I see no gas here. I see how much he's got there, and you're gonna see me click on this gas geyser. Hold that thought. Shayla TV joining the family 6 months in a row, half a year hanging out. Shayla TV, always a fan of that M Canning pre-stream radio. That's what I know you for, Shayla. Thanks for 6 months in a row. Appreciate you hanging out. But see, I click on this gas geyser and I look at this and I say to myself, 1964. So you have to look. So this is the big part of when you're playing Terran is you look at their gas count and you say, okay, how much gas do they have? If he's at like 1930, you say, okay, well, it could be factory opener because he's mined more than 50 gas. A Reaper only costs 50 gas to make. So what you have here is me leaving his base, assuming it's going to be a Reaper just because of his gas count barely mining, and his gas count. Now, it can't always be a Reaper. Sometimes it will be a Marine with that gas count. So, you know, it's just a standard follow-up pretty much always. So basically, I wait, and if I see the Reaper, I will know he has committed to a Reaper, and since he was mining little gas, and he had 50 gas and made a Reaper, I know it's not going to be a fast factory. So that's the important thing. So early game, your biggest thing, you're trying to decide out if they're going factory. If they're going factory, maybe are they going to go tank? Are they going to go, you know, Widowmine drop? Are they going to go Liberator? What are they going to go? What are they going to go Cyclone? So if they open Reaper, it's never going to be a fast tank. Almost never will be a fast. I mean, you might as well just rule it out. That's what I would do. You can Widowmine drops are very common when they open Reaper. Things like that. Widowmine drops are very common when they open Reaper, and you know, Liberators or just 3 racks bio. They just open bio, right? They won't even go with Widowmine drop. But basically, that's what happens here. So I'm kind of waiting, right? I don't know what he's doing. I get my Mothership Core out, I get my Adept out, and I say to myself, okay, it's a Reaper. Instantly, I'm going to throw down the Twilight. Here comes the Twilight. Because I know to myself, it's not going to be a super fast Widowmine. You can get away with going Twilight, 2 gates, and then Robo. So I get 2 gates, and then before I start Blink, I get my Robo. That's the timing. That's the timings you need to know, right? You go Twilight, 2 gates, and then before you get your Blink, you get the Robo. So that's how you open. That's it. That's how you open. And now you can start preparing with observers by having pylons here. You know, if you have pylons, you can start preparing for the Widowmine drop anyway. But the Widowmine drop, you'll see, doesn't come until a little bit later. Right? This guy's star points, but this guy didn't play it super well. You know, he's diamond, but those are the big things you need to know. So if it's not a Reaper, I might open Robo before Twilight. I might go Robo 2 gates and then Twilight. That's your big decision making early game. You're deciding if you want to go Twilight first or Robo. And it depends if you see a Reaper, or you see it, if it's a double gas opener, for example, you want to go Insta Robo. Cut your Mothership Core, Insta Robo. You don't need to see the Reaper. You can just time out the Marine since it takes half time to build. Okay, I mean still. Just piece that after the Marine would normally pop out. But then are you going to get home in time? Let's say it takes, you know, what's the build time difference? Right? A Marine is 18 seconds, Reaper's 32, 16 seconds, 14 seconds? I don't know, be close, dude. That's the biggest thing. Why do you get a Twilight if you don't use it? I mean, yeah, I do use it. You get Blink. And so you can get a faster Blink. If I went Robo and then Twilight, my Blink would be much, much later. Right, that's if you're gonna go for Archon upgrade, you need to be going for if you're gonna go for Plasma Shields and PvZ, you want to be going heavy Archons. So, you know, I'm just kind of preparing for the Widowmine drop, and that's just kind of how the opener. I'm gonna play ladder, but that's kind of a general gist. You know, you're on that, and then you can transition to any way you want. You can go Disruptors, you can go Colossus, you can go upgrades, you can go Storm, you can go Immortals, you can go AFK. You can do whatever you want. You can do whatever you want. Watch Pig's recent video. Yeah, Pig's it's kind of a low-key god. 88